hungry and angry. Another food riot breaks out on the streets in Algeria. Beaten back this time, but protests over the soaring price of food are only going to grow.
The food system is just about bust. Basically, we have about 1 billion people who go to bed hungry every night, and it is going to get worse. The food prices are likely to double in the next 20 years, partly as a result of climate change, but partly because so much of the land is being used for biofuels, for example in the EU and the US.
The world's poorest people are now spending up to 80% of their income on food. That means in India, despite its booming economy, people are paying the equivalent of $10 for a kilo of rice. And families are getting desperate.
People are hungry. Someone dug up a dead goat and ate it. If they had food in their stomachs, they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have died.
Oxfam says the global food system needs a complete overhaul. But it's a combination of factors forcing people to go without food. Half the problem is climate change. Rising temperatures and extreme weather like droughts and floods are devastating crops. Then there's land grabs, vast tracts of agricultural land bought up by a few wealthy companies, often just to grow crops for fuel. And the failure of intensive farming. Crop yields are flatlining, and charities say small-scale agriculture needs to be revived. In 40 years, there'll be roughly 9 billion mouths to feed. But unless governments invest in agriculture, build up food reserves and create a climate fund, there just won't be enough food to go round. Charlie Angela, Al Jazeera.
Brought to you by Patriots Helping Patriots. Some folks say you should have 2 types of investments these days, the kind you can eat and the kind you can shoot out of a rifle.